Shalom. Welcome to our Dvar Torah. This week is Sedra Toldos, and we're going to discuss sensitivity towards using other people's names. We're going to use the American history to really examine and highlight and illustrate certain things in our Sedra. In American history, we find that the federal papers, which at the time were a collection of rebellious papers and ideas, were published anonymously, while the Declaration of Independence was signed with great gusto. While the federal papers were were anonymous to protect their authors, the Declaration of Independence was signed, for if unsigned, it might well have been less effective. The listing and non-listing of names is an incredibly powerful statement. In this Dvar Torah, I'd like to examine the use of names. I'll focus more on others admitting our names than our hiding our own identity. Due to a person's high sensitivity to their name, how we refer to somebody is a powerful tool in our interpersonal relationships. We know well that the slightest mispronunciation of someone's name can be highly offensive, while including someone by name is a form of honoring them. It shows concern for their feelings. To illustrate my points, I'll quote an interesting way of looking at how Yitzchak is referred to in this week's Sedra. After reading my Dvar Torah, or listening, or viewing, I hope that you'll gain an extra sensitivity to something as small as the use of other people's names. Although we didn't choose them, we cherish them and are offended at their slightest distortion. We are deeply connected to our names, and when we meet someone, it's the first thing that we offer. And when we withhold our name, it's a telling sign. Our names are what our parents first thought of us. It expresses their hopes and desires for us. Our closest friends have recognized us by their names, and to a certain extent we largely identify ourselves by our names as well. Due to the high emphasis we put on names, we are obliged to pay extra attention to how we use names. When do we use first names and address people informally, and when do we need to be careful and address people by title? When can we use nicknames, and when should we stick to given names? What do we do when we don't know how to properly address someone, or how to properly pronounce their first name? All of these issues, although not earth-shattering, are important issues when we prioritize other people's feelings. Recognizing someone by name is also an area that demands extra sensitivity. While one might think that this only applies to speakers or writers, think about the scenario at a dinner table, when you say "thank you to all who helped" is announced, or when instead "thank you Dina for making the challah, Yosef for bringing wine, Mandy for baking a cake," etc. is said. The difference for the people who have been mentioned by name is palpable. In our Sedra, the Torah describes Yitzchak saying, "The man prospered. He continued to prosper until he became very great." The term ha'ish, the man, is peculiar. Why doesn't the Torah say Yitzchak? In this case, the Torah was describing Yitzchak from a Phlishtim's viewpoint. They had such disdain for Yitzchak's success, they couldn't bear mentioning him by name. They referred to him in a derogatory fashion, calling him the man, ha'ish. Their jealousy over his success didn't allow them to show him the proper respect that any man should be accorded. Their actions stand as a double lesson for us. First, be sensitive to how we use other people's names. And second, don't let our jealousy get the best of us and cause us to show other people disrespect. Shabbat Shalom. I hope to see you next week.